What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another Batman 2021 video. Yes, I wasn't expecting to make this video so soon because we only just posted a video about what Andy Serkis said about his character Alfred Pennyworth and his relationship with Bruce Wayne throughout the movie. It's going to be a very dark and gritty movie, something that's more edgy and extreme than you've ever seen. So Robert Pattinson has recently blew the internet up. Now, this is a requested video from someone in the industry, so I'm going to make the video. I didn't even know about this. I looked it up, and yeah, the internet is blowing it up for no reason. So if you are new around here, guys, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the content on this channel. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be giving away a pretty darn awesome prize. So what happened is, recently he had some kind of interview with GQ from his home in London, and Robert revealed he's been ignoring his personal trainer, pleased with him, left him with a bosey ball and a single weight in lockdown. I think if you're working out all the time, you're part of the problem, he explained. You set a precedent. No one is doing this in the 70s. Even James Dean wasn't exactly ripped. Literally, I'm just barely doing anything. Now, guys, this is not true. Do you think an actor that is being paid millions to do a role has not signed a contract, has not signed an NDA, has not signed something saying that he would look a certain way to appear in a certain movie? Because if this was the case, they could have just hired any random person for this movie. So what is good, guys? This is so fake, and I'm seeing YouTubers and stuff saying stuff like, Robert Pattinson spits in the face of Batman fans with attitude. No, I've spoken to some people in the industry, kind of, if you get what I mean. So no, what is happening is he's trolling, guys. He's really trolling. Okay, we get it. Robert Pattinson is never going to be as big as The Rock or John Cena or a professional bodybuilder, but he's in decent shape and he's going to have to keep the shape. It's very similar to what Zoe Kravitz had to say recently when she was talking about how is she dealing with a quarantine, and she suggested she put a bit of weight on, and text Matt Reeves like, we might have to adjust the Catwoman suit, and then she was like, yeah, but I could just work out, so she's got to stay motivated. So them staying motivated is they're getting paid millions. Well, I don't know if Zoe Kravitz is going to get paid millions, but at least in the 100,000s range. So they're getting paid a lot of money. Do you really think they're gonna like not train if they have to? The studio, Warner Bros, will be paying for them to have PTs. Even in this quarantine, they can have it over Zoom or over FaceTime or over WhatsApp or something like that. So I find this very interesting. The internet is blowing up because it's Robert Pattinson. Everyone just likes to get on the Robert Pattinson hate train. I don't think he's spitting in the face of fans at all. He is trolling. He really is trolling you guys. He's trolling you. After talking with someone, so there's an interview here. I'll lay up the thing over screen now. So, do you have to physically prepare to step into the Batman's shoes? Is that why you've been running a lot? Yes. As soon as I finish this job, he was talking about Tenet, I will immediately start intensive training. In fact, it is quite pleasant because I've been doing so many hours in Chris Nolan's films that the idea of being really healthy for a few months, just doing physical exercise and sleep seemed like a real dream. I can't wait. But yes, I was never a big guy, so I have a certain courtesy about what it's like to be. So, is running technically a form of working out? I personally would not class that as working out, in my opinion. Working out would be CrossFit, sadly hate to say that, powerlifting or some kind of weight training session, but it is a physical form of exercise, so I guess it is. But bear this in mind, you don't know what he's got in his London apartment. I presume he's still in London. It says he's still in London because they can start shooting technically as soon as the film production can meet the social guidelines, because people in England can now return to work if it's safe. So I guarantee a swanky apartment in London, he will have a pretty fire gym in there so he can work out. Apparently he is a troll. He's a very committed actor to the role. Apparently, I don't know this, I don't know him personally, I haven't met him yet. Notice how I said yet. Apparently he likes to mess with people in interviews and trolls them. I don't know why. So there is an interview here, and it says this: going off the wind and instinct, John David Washington, with whom he stars in Tenet, says, but he's very concentrated on what he's trying to do, despite his stories and his sentiments. Nolan had also said that Rob loves messing around with people. So guys, don't take it out of context. Don't be one of the people online going, oh my god, if Robert Pattinson isn't small enough at the moment, he's not going to get any bigger, he's going to get smaller. Guys, he will be training, he will be doing some form of physical exercise to stay in whatever shape Matt Reeves and Warner Bros want him to be in. He is the main lead for the rebooted Batman universe. Do you really think they're going to invest so much money to him and then allow him to turn up back whenever they start shooting England in different shapes than when he started in? No, because they'd have to alter the suits, say plural suits because there's multiple suits. So no guys, this is just incorrect. Now I wasn't going to cover this, but I was actually messaged by someone that wanted me to cover it, which was interesting. Usually I wouldn't cover this kind of story because it's not really much to say, but I thought I'd mention it here. So guys, let me know down below. Do you think Robert Pattinson is messing about with people? Because I've just read this headline and it's like, Robert Pattinson isn't bulking for Batman because it sets a precedent. Now, I kind of agree what he's saying about James Dean in the 70s. They weren't exactly the most muscular, shredded people. But then you look at Arnie in Pumping Iron, and literally Arnie in any role he's done throughout his history. Hollywood actors are generally ripped. Not exactly big, but because they've got like no body fat on them and their skin is that thin, it makes them look like they are bigger than they actually are. So it is pretty interesting. And Robert Pattinson also had something to say about Tenet, which is interesting because, as you know, that is Christopher Nolan's next movie. And it is interesting what he said, and he just shut down the massive kind of, it's an Inception-based movie, it's a time-traveling-based movie. And again, I think he's messing with you. He said this, he's not a time traveler. There's actually no time traveling. That's like one thing I'm approved to say. So as you know, actors generally aren't allowed to say much about up-and-coming projects, but he had that to say about Tenet and his role. So when the GQ interviewer called up Christopher Nolan to verify if Robert Pattinson was indeed in the dark about Tenet plot, the filmmaker said, while the actor was slightly around, he's actually has a great grasp of the script, and it's also an instance where one understands the need for the movie to live on in the audience mind and suggests possibilities in the audience mind. When framed like that, Tenet seems even more like a spiritual successor to Inception when Nolan delivered to the masses 10 years ago. So there's a big conspiracy theory that Inception is the movie before Tenet and it's a continuation of the movie. As we know, this week Warner Bros is going to decide if they want to delay it because it's meant to come out in July, but at the moment it seems like everywhere in America is going to be reopened by July, and it seems like UK isn't going to be open, the rest of the world isn't, but it seems like America will be. So it is interesting that Robert Pattinson is literally messing around with people to do with Tenet, saying there's no time traveling aspect involved. Clearly there is, if you've seen the most recent trailer. It is scheduled to come out in the 17th of July, but we here at the Warstu channel seem to think it's going to be changed. So guys, like always, let me know, is Tenet a time traveling movie? Do you even care about Robert Pattinson being big or shredded for his most recent movie? Of course he will be. It's just absolutely ridiculous, the headlines that are coming out to do with this Batman movie. It is shocking. Robert Pattinson cries about lifting weights for Batman. He says image is a problem. Robert Pattinson barely working out during quarantine. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Robert Pattinson refuses to work out for Batman role to be woke. Batman movie is going to be woke because Batman isn't training. What the? Seriously, guys. Bruce Lee. I don't know why I have to keep comparing to Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was not the biggest guy, was he? No. But he'd smash anyone. Destroy anyone. I mean, seriously. Look at the other superheroes. They're not exactly huge, are they? Okay. I mean, you look at the other heroes, they're not exactly huge. With the exception of the likes of Chris Hemsworth. who exactly, if you look at his legs, he's not exactly huge either, but you get my point. They're not so big to the point where it's unbelievable that anyone realistically in real life could get into that shape. So guys, like always, let me know down below, do you think he's just messing around or has he given up working out forever? So like always guys, this was a crested video and I will leave all the links down below where you can find all the information. So like always guys, please like, subscribe and comment. I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.